people online are shocked to see that there are black ICE agents. Why? Black cops exist, black prison guards exist, and black soldiers exist. But America has always figured out how to use oppressed people to police other oppressed people. And the real reason is much simpler than ideology or patriotism. Right now, we're in a moment of massive job loss and rising costs. And when people can't afford to live, the government doesn't have to force you to do anything. All they need to do is offer you a job. Because I guess blood money is better than no money. Of course, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts below. And if you haven't already, like, share, and follow.
Father, I come to you. What are your thoughts?
The popular thing for me to do is just sit there and call him a sellout. But see, the system. Give me 1 second. So the system creates a mode of dependency, especially for black folks. Like, this is no different. You remember back in the 70s and 80s when black people were starting to move up to the middle class?
Yep.
They was getting those good jobs and shit like that, and they was moving to the middle class. They were called sellouts. You feeling what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers was getting good government jobs. Motherfuckers was, getting pensions and shit like that. And now all of a sudden, they sell out. And I feel like that's kind of like the same situation with this ICE agents thing, because it's like ICE already doesn't have a good reputation. And you as a black person, you kind of like being in the role of like the motherfucking slave catcher, you're going to get looked at a whole type of ways. But you could really just be doing that to feed your family. Right? Mm-hmm. But then again, people could also be like, so then why don't you just pick any other job? Why does it have to be an ICE agent? And to be honest with you, Ray, I kind of agree. Why does it have to be an ICE agent when you know what they're being weaponized to do? You do realize ICE agents aren't sitting there motherfucking arresting the worst of the worst. They're arresting motherfucking people shopping for family dinner at their local motherfucking supermarket. 2 innocent people died. Not only just 2 innocent people, 2 innocent white people died. Yes, the race makes a difference. For all you people that be like, I don't see color, I don't know what the fuck you're going to do at a traffic light. But shout out to Trevor Noah. I got that joke from him. It tongue ties me because you know better. It's like one of those things, nigga, you know better. You feeling what I'm saying? Like, you know better. Yeah, you're feeding your family. Yeah, they're paying you and shit like that. But then what happens when it's somebody that looks like one of your fucking cousins and the nigga from Nigeria, and you got to deport him, and the only reason why you got to deport him is because he's Nigerian. Never committed no crimes or nothing like that. Maybe he is an illegal immigrant, but he's working and he's supporting a family. You don't think that's enough to at least give him some type of chance or give him some type of opportunity to, give him a process to become legal? You feeling what I'm saying? But instead, you want to be an ICE agent to the detriment of so many people that's going to look at you and associate you with the enemy. So all I'm going to say is you can work whatever job you want. Nigga, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You could be Trump's motherfucking hair comber if you want to. But nigga, you're going to have to handle the smoke that comes with that fire. That's what I'm saying on that.
Okay, one of my biggest pet peeves Because I'm also going to say this. I don't want to feel like I'm towing the line because I'm for my people and I'm gonna always be for my people. But with that being said, I am a firm believer of if you're going to tell me to quit a job, you better accommodate me in one way or another. I hate the fact, and like I've been having this argument with many people when they say, "Oh, you could just quit your jobs." I said, "And do what? Struggle? Is you going to give me another job behind this that's going to pay as much or even more? Yeah, I will definitely quit that job, and I will definitely quit that job if you give me something to accommodate to." Now, most of these people that do this, they're by themselves. They don't have their families. So most of the people that say this, they don't have no family. Oh, you can quit. They can find. I said they're already replacing people with AI. So like jobs are getting much more harder to come by. Even white collar jobs, they're getting harder to come by. So if you're not in a trade school right now, you better count your fucking days. But another thing is, it's just like a lot of people. We tell people to quit their fucking jobs, but we don't have nothing to transfer them so they don't have to lose money or they don't have to lose motion. Hell, even if they don't make as much money as they did before, you still got a job that you can go to. And a lot of us, we tell people to quit this, but we have nowhere to take them. We have nowhere to give them. And then when we ask them, well, where am I going to work? You're going to be like, oh. And that's what I hate. This is one of the arguments when I get into people because I get it. But at the same time, I understand our history because our history shows that we did everything. So it's one of those things where, well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? What y'all do? As black people, especially black Americans, we've done everything. It either don't work for us or it purposely works for other races. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate. That is a perfect example. There's a lot of things where it's just like when we do something, we have a movement, we get hosed and dog sick on this and all that other stuff. When everybody else has a movement or something they want to get done, the shit gets done for some reason. But black people, we still getting crumbs, and then the other races, the non-whites, another other races, and non-whites look at us like, why ain't y'all got your shit? And it was just like, excuse me. Do you know that the reason you even got your shit is because the shit we fucking bled for? And this is the shit I'm talking about. Now, again, like one, especially on this one, is because I always said we need to have our own shit. So when shit like this happen, we can go, "Hey, brother, I see you not liking your job. Why don't you come to my job?" I said, whatever they paying you, I will match your offer. And this is the shit I want people to understand. I want us to get to that position to where niggas can go, "You don't have to work there, brother. You don't have to work there, black man. You can work in my establishment. I will match whatever they fucking give you." That's why I like seeing black businesses. That's why I like seeing black entrepreneurship. This is why I like seeing shit like this. So we don't have to do with shit. I tell everybody, I don't want to see black people as ICE agents, especially if you're just doing your job. Most of these people probably don't even care about politics. They just want to do a job so they could just support their kids. Could they go anywhere? Yeah, but not a lot of places, especially in this time of day. Not a lot of places are hiring. A lot of things are getting taken by AI, and that probably job is probably the only place they can go without having to work double or triple, two or three jobs. They can work this one job and support a family over. I don't like it as much as anybody else don't like it, but we also not in a position to tell niggas that, hey, you ain't gotta work there, come work for us. Now, again, because history shows anytime black people, and this is what I mean, like we've done everything, and like shit either happens to us, we either don't get it, or other races, non-blacks, non-whites, it fucking happens to them. We've had businesses, as you see, they tear it down, they burn it down. We've had communities, they burn it down. We've had we've had our own banks, we've had our own cities, we have our own towns where it was flourishing. The whites get jealous and burn it down to a point where we don't have nothing, and they make us go. And this, and this is another thing. When anytime they do that, they're making sure that how do I prevent from them to doing this again? Because they're going to be like, hey, let's again like buying all the houses. So you going to have to like rent or lease the houses from the banks and all that other stuff. Because what the unfortunately America is run by like what 2 fucking families or like 6 fucking Rockefellers or some shit like that, and 6 main people or some shit like that, instead of having your own shit, and then everything gets bought to a point where it's just like we may not even own our own shit no more. It's just like get to a point where I just want us to get to a point where we can accommodate ourselves without telling people just quit your job and then just quit the struggle, because I don't want our people struggling. You have anything to say, Father?
Honestly, you don't said it all. I ain't got nothing to say after that.
I'm sorry, Father. This is it's a big pet peeve of mine. It really is. I have so many arguments. It's just, oh, you don't have to work there. I said they are counting on that. You don't. It's like they are counting on that. And then I used to tell people, okay, let's say you get 100 people to quit, and you don't have nothing to accommodate them to. Half of them will come back. 25 of them, they'll be with, they'll go back to that job the next day. The other 25, they'll rock with you until they're gonna be like, okay, come back to us and we'll double your pay. Them 25 are going. So you probably got 25 people that will rock with you, and then if they're still struggling and you ain't have nothing built, you're gonna have a lot of infighting, and then you're gonna have a lot of people going to be like, I don't trust this nigga. This nigga has led us to nowhere. So I feel like I do the job better than them. So unless y'all have something, and this is the main thing. If y'all want niggas to do this, please have something to come to, like already established, not just it's an idea. Have it already built. That way, niggas can just move in and just like, okay, I don't have to work this job.
Vincent and Jeff Hardy.
Any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Nope.
This is a great episode. I think this is a great episode. Harlem Heat, always.